Hi guys, this is the LG G Watch, one of Google's Android Wear devices, and this is a review of it.
All your worries, leave your side, free your mind, 'cause tomorrow is another day. When you feel like moving on, just stay strong.
Let's kick off this review of the LG G Watch by looking around the device. First of all, let's start off with these wrist straps. They are very, very flexible, as you can see. They are extremely flexible, which is good. It means you can put it in your pocket safe, not using it, and it won't actually break it. Second thing, it has this diamond effect, which you see quite well there. It's quite a nice look. It looks really nice. It's got quite a nice feel to it when you go over it. But apart from that, it looks pretty nice. Next thing, that when you're wearing this and say you're doing a run and you get sweaty, sweat magnet. This is the worst. It drips off. It's not very nice, but you can deal with it for now. Next thing is the buckle. This is metal, I think. It's quite strong. It's quite rugged. It hasn't broken on me yet. I've had this a while now. This strap keeps the other bit like that when you do it up. Then we're going to go towards the bezels round the side. These bezels, this obviously the screen is glass, but round the side here, I think this has, I don't know what it is, this plastic in the middle, then it's the back which is curved onto it, and I think it may be plastic, yeah, it's plastic again, but it's a shiny plastic, all the way around the edge of this, which means it can get a bit dusty, a bit dirty, but nothing you can't have just for a little wipe. And there's this very nice feeling texture on the back. Can't really explain it. It's like a really soft plastic, it's really nice. And then let's come to the joints of the straps. These strap joints, you could give it a good tug, as you can see I'm doing right there. Give it a good tug and it does not break. I'm doing it, really getting some force into it, and it's not even like remotely get breaking or anything. Then let's get to the charging, which is here. There is 5 pins right here. This is how you charge the device. What you use is the docking station, which I have here. This has 5 pins right here. Put your device down there, and that's it. Boom, you're charging. On the side of this little docking station, you have a micro USB. This is how you charge, obviously, rather than putting a port elsewhere on the device, which means it won't have its water resistance IP. So let's get to the specs. First of all, it has a 400 milliamp hour battery, which is pretty good actually, considering it's such a small and light device. It gets about 2 days of battery life on light usage. Brightness down, you don't always have it connected, but if you leave it overnight and say you have 50%, you will always have about, you would only lose 10% of your battery, which I think is pretty good. Secondly, we have a Qualcomm Snapdragon 400, which is brilliant. But, there's a big but. When you first boot up your device, I don't know if it's just me because of the Android Wear system, that it has a stutter. It really stutters. It really struggles trying to load everything. It's just really laggy. But I don't know if this is just me. It might just be my device. But please feel free to comment in the description if this isn't just me. It is most devices. Third, we have a single core 1.2 GHz processor, which is brilliant, same as the Snapdragon. It runs fine, but there's always that lag at the start. Then we come to the RAM. It has 512 megabytes of it. It's not a lot, but when you think about it, do you really need that much? It's only a small device, so you're not using it in intense gaming. You really don't need that much RAM on a device like that, which I think is pretty impressive then, since they have got that much crammed in there. We now have the 4 GB of storage on board, which I think is amazing. When you go offline and you've installed apps on there, you can still use them, which is pretty good. Most of the apps do require the internet, but for having 4 GB RAM, I think is superb, I think most of it is used up by the operating system, but apart from that, it is amazing. Then we have the display size, which all of that is 1.6 inches LCD. It is pretty bright actually. The brightness gets up really high and it can go quite low, but outside it is useless. You can barely see it. It's really reflective, which I found can be quite annoying since you want to be using it when you're going out instead of getting your phone out your pocket. It does have, you can't see anything basically. It's not good at all. But then we come to the Bluetooth. It's Bluetooth Smart, which is on all Wear devices that Google have brought out. This is basically a really low usage of battery Bluetooth. This just means it doesn't kill your battery and you're like, oh, I need to charge it. No, it's really good battery life actually, which I think's pretty impressive for Google to come up with this sort of thing and still have the same amount of power going through the wireless technology of Bluetooth. Then we come to the weight. It is only 63 grams, which you think is pretty heavy, but when it's on your wrist, it's, compared to a metal watch, it is not heavy at all. Very light on the wrist, quite nice feel, not too much. You feel like it's got a bit of weight to it sometimes, just like it's got a bit of build quality, but I think this is quite a nice feature of the LG G Watch. Right, let's talk about the software on this LG G Watch. It has the latest version of the Android Wear software, which is 4.4W.1. This keeps up to date. All the bugs that I've had and have encountered, they've all been fixed, which I think is pretty good, and well done, Google. Right, let's talk about the watch faces. You have a watch, what do you want to do? Of course, read the time. So, if I've got this watch face here, I'm getting a bit bored of this, all you have to do is as simple as going on the Play Store and having a look for a new one. That is it. All you have to do to change it, though, is even easier. Hold it down. You get a little vibrate. Then you just scroll. You simply scroll across until you find a nice one that you like. So say, let's say I like that one. Basic design. That's it. Click on it and you have your new watch face. You don't even have to go and buy a new watch. It's already on this device, which I think's pretty amazing. Let's go for the next feature that's on this device. Say I'm going out for a walk and I need to know a little information. Okay, Google, how tall is Barack Obama? I ask the watch and it tells me. There you go. You get a little notepad and you can see there it says 1.85 metres. Let's talk about the OK Google feature. This is a great feature Google have added to their Android Wear devices, and it adds a lot of value to them. This is how it works basically. Touchscreen, or bring up to your wrist and go, OK Google. Simple as that. You don't need anything else. Basically what it has is a voice recognition software that realises you said the keywords OK Google. Basically what happens is you say the words OK Google and then it brings you up to a little screen which shows you what you've said, and if it's right you continue. Basically what you can do with this feature is have a multitude of things going on, and then all you have to say is OK Google and then bring it up to your face, and then that's it. You say such as text or something like that. The features that it gives on the actual device is Take a Note, which is linked to the Google Keep, which is a very good app, and it's basically a reminder app or a checklist app, which is great for Android Wear users, Android Wear and Android KitKat, or any sort of newish software that Google have released. This is also Remind Me, which is an inbuilt app onto the device. This is reminders. This reminds you. It's basically the same as the checklist, but it's straight on your device. You can also Show My Steps, which is a very gimmicky app that they've brought out for this. Basically what happens is Google thinks that you seem to always be running and walking, but no, you're not. So what happens is the gyroscope shakes, the Google are like, okay, so you've moved, that means you've had a step, but not always, and this shows up that you have a lot more steps than you've actually done. You could just be like gently moving or something, you could be doing anything and it would come up with more steps than you actually have done. It comes up with so many features such as send text, email, agenda, navigation, set a timer, stopwatch, set alarms, show alarms, and that's basically expanding. Google have rolled out so many more updates for this. Settings. You go into settings, you can do so much. You can turn up and down the brightness, which is good, so you can get the highest and the lowest brightness. I generally put it on lowest because it saves you a ton of battery. You can get a full 2 days on lowest battery, easy. If you go on highest battery, you get a day, maybe not even a day on it. Then, a major feature. screen always on. This means when you aren't looking at the watch, it doesn't have the screen on. It's a great feature because it saves you a lot of battery, and it means that people can't see some of your personal information. Say if a little mess comes up, they won't be able to see it because it's off. Then there's aeroplane mode, power off, restart, reset device, which completely resets it, change watch face, but there's a shortcut to that as I showed you, and about. As you can see, I am running the 4.4W.1 software, serial number, all that, and battery connection shows that I'm connected. System updates, same as Android, just press system update, go through your phone still, so I think it's pretty good. Then that's it. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you guys next time.
'Cause tomorrow is another day.